everyone, this is Joanne coming to you live from New York. I'm also known as #UnicornBoss. So as you guys are jumping online tonight, go ahead and hit me up with some unicorn emojis since those are my jam. If you're grabbing me live, go ahead and leave me a number 1. And if you're catching me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a number 2. So if you guys can see him, I've got a little bean here with me. So I don't know how long he's going to stay with us, but hopefully I will not get too distracted. So tonight I want to do a little bit more of a business live and share some of my favorite tips and tricks for you guys to rock your biz. So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you. And everything that I talk about for business, you can always apply to your personal life. So feel free to stay on here, participate, share the love. If you enjoy my page and you have a lot of fun here, go ahead and give this video a quick share. I so appreciate your love and support. So yeah, for those of you that have been waiting for me to jump on, so I went purple with the hair, you guys. So you'll have to let me know what you think and whether you love it. So I see a bunch of you guys jumping online. Welcome. If you're grabbing me live, go ahead and say hi. Let me know where you're coming in from and leave me a number 1. And if you're catching me on the replay, go ahead and leave me a number 2. By the way, if you're a brand new friend, don't forget to comment new below so that way I can circle back around and say hi to you. I love saying hi to my brand new friends. And if we're not friends yet, make sure you go ahead and send me a friend request and hit follow. It's really easy to do. You can just click on the bottom here. It'll pop up and you can do follow and see first, and then turn on your live notifications up here in the corner. That way you're not missing all of the fun that we do here on my page. And welcome. If you're brand new to me, I'm so happy to have you. My name is Joanne. I've been keto 1 year. I'm down 60 pounds. I quit my corporate job October of last year. I lead a very successful team with my online business. I'm living the dream, and I love to pop on here once a week and share some of my favorite business tips with you. And like I said, you can always apply this to your personal life. So let me say hi to a few people real quick. Welcome. And I've got little Bean here. So he decided he wanted to sit with me. So we'll see how he does. So you can say hi to Bean as well. So let's see who we've got online. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. Thanks for the love. Hi, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Lisa. Who else? Julia, Vonda, Allison, Laurel. So happy to have you guys. Welcome. So I've been running around like crazy, okay, you guys? So this is kind of like I've been trying to go live for so long, but for those of you that don't know, I'm leaving on my first big business trip of the year. I'll be leaving on Wednesday, so I spent all day today trying to get all of the things done. So we did some hair, we did some nails, you guys. I still have to pack, I still have to do laundry. The list is never ending, and I thought I was going to be good and be on track. Not to mention I have online homework that I need to do for my mentor. So the list is ever growing. But it's really exciting because for those of you that don't know, when I share my story, when I first started this business, I was living paycheck to paycheck. It was just a teeny tiny blip of a dream on a radar. I hadn't had a vacation in over 10 years, and I've gone on so many different trips right now with my company and paid for by my business. So no money out of pocket, working hard, yes, hustling hard, yes, but it's nice to be able to do these things now, and it was something that I never ever thought was possible. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for the love. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate you. So yeah, I still have a ton of things to do to get ready, but make sure you're staying tuned to my page to see all of the travel fun, all of the keto fun, all of the business fun. It's going to be an amazing event. This is the yearly company event, so there's going to be a really dressed up gala, and I've got this fancy dress. I've never worn a dress like this before, you guys, so there's going to be some fun things to be checking out. So I hope that you guys will stay tuned. But I wanted to jump on here real quick. Usually on Mondays, I do a little bit more of like a business live, and I share with those of you that are kind of curious about this opportunity. I almost hit him in the face. Did you guys see that? Look at this one. He's such a lover. Okay, I'll try not to be distracted by the cute puppy. So I wanted to share some of my favorite business hacks with you. So there's a little bit of a backstory to this. So let me share it with you real quick. So the other day, this woman messaged me, okay? And it was this giant message. I mean, like, you guys, like the message was like this long, okay? What is this? Okay, now I know I can be wordy and I know I'm super geeky. So sometimes, especially when I'm helping people on their keto journey, I can tend to get wordy too. So I don't want to like cast the first stone, but how many of you guys have ever received a message like that where it's like wham bam man, it's like this long ass message and you're like, what is this? So if you've ever gotten a message like that, go ahead and leave me a number 3 below. And if you are in network marketing, or if you're a boss babe, make sure you comment boss babe below or entrepreneur below. If you're in, direct sales, network marketing, party plan, all of the different things that we call it. And if you've ever sent a message like that, go ahead and leave me a number 4 below. And I don't want you to feel bad, because I'd be putting a number 4 too, because when I was brand new, we all do this. This is what they teach us to do, is to send this giant message to people and try and get them to join your team, right? So, but here's the thing, you guys. She sent me this giant message. She had never once said hi to me ever before. I have no idea who this woman is. She's not a friend of a friend. She's not in my community. She's not in like my inner circle or just outside of my circle. No idea who this woman is. Sent me this giant message. And my first impression was that it basically felt ugly to me. It was kind of like diarrhea of the mouth. She was asking me to join her business, support her dream, her sale, her whatever. I didn't actually read the full message because it was such a turnoff to me, right? So I really felt so bad for her, because I saw myself in her maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, because for those of you that don't know, I actually had 4 failed businesses in network marketing before I had this one here, which has been very successful. So I've done the wrong thing many a time for a long time, and I immediately felt so bad for her, because I know that they teach you a lot of times to send a message like this. So because now I know what works, and I know that there's a better way out there, I straight up said to her, like, I want to help as many people as I can. So I literally said to her, does this cold message tactic that you use actually work for you? Is it working? Is your business successful? And I didn't do it to shame her, but her response shocked the crap out of me, you guys, okay? So most people usually feel shame, and they say, well, no, it's not really working. My business isn't going so well. Or some people say, well, sometimes it works, but usually not. You know what I mean? So, but this woman had such a different answer, and she said to me, well, you're on my friends list, so it's not a cold message. And I was like, what? What on earth? Is this even a thing right now? Come on, you guys, okay? Just because you're on my friends list, if you've never said hello to me before, that means it's a cold message, okay? Like, I don't know who you are. So, okay, let's get this straight. Technically, I guess because she's in my network, it's maybe not a cold message. But if you don't know who I am, and I don't know who you are, and you've never even taken the time to say hello to me, that is a freaking cold message, okay, you guys? So let's be real here, okay? So people, you guys, you have to be decent. Say hello to a person before you shock them with your giant message to join your opportunity, your team, your dream, and all of the things. You guys, if you want to be successful in your business, please, for the love of all that is good, stop cold messaging people, because it really doesn't get you anywhere, okay? I've sent hundreds, probably thousands of cold messages in error before I realized that there's got to be a better way, because this doesn't work, okay? All right, so I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm going to talk about a few more things about why cold messaging doesn't work, and why and how you can warm up the conversation and actually make some money and actually be successful in what you do. So, but I want to kind of give you guys like a visual. So let me ask you this. If a random stranger stopped you on the street corner and they started vomiting a business opportunity, what would be your first impression of them? So, sometimes we forget when we're behind a phone or when we're behind a computer, we think like we're in this safe space, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know why we feel like we don't have to act like a normal human sometimes, but just think about, like, if you were walking on the street and some random dude comes up to you and starts vomiting their business opportunity, you're going to be like, who are you? Get out of my face. I am not interested. Leave me alone. Okay. So it's the same thing, you guys. And I also want to challenge you with one other thing on the contrary. So how many of you guys have walked into a store, and I do this all the time. I am so bad. I walk into a store, I'm on a mission. The place that I do this the most at is usually a makeup store, because it's not really like my it's not my comfort zone. So I walk in and like I like to see all the sparkly pretty things, but like I don't want anybody to help me. So the girls start coming to me, you know, in droves to ask me if I'm okay. And I'm like, do I need help? No, I don't need help. I'm good. And I'm there specifically to buy something. So how many times do you guys do this? You walk into a store, you're there to buy something. You're there to actually spend money. You're not browsing, and you always push the salespeople away. And then what do I always have to do? I don't know about you guys, but I always have to go back and say, okay, I need your help. Sorry. So, you know, if we're programmed at first response to say, no, we don't need help, then what on earth would make you guys believe that a cold message is going to be successful to share your dreams, your opportunities, your products, whatever it is that you offer, okay? So if somebody's going in a store to buy things and spend real money and they still don't want help, they're not going to respond to your cold message. So this is what you sound like when you drop in people's inboxes just at random. So it needs to stop, okay? So tip number 1 that I have for you is stop the cold messaging. So hopefully I won you over. And don't feel silly and don't feel bad about it, because a lot of times your mentors and your upline and all of your trainers, they teach you to do this thing. And I don't know if it's just that they don't know better, but now I'm on a team that I have high-level mentors who are millionaires, and I have access to systems and tools and things that have actually taught me otherwise in how to be successful. So, and I think that's lacking in a lot of other opportunities out there, unfortunately. So the second tip that I have for you is stop seeing people as a number. You guys, that's not nice. I'm not a number. I'm a human. I've got a name, okay? There's a real person behind that screen that you're talking to. They have real lives. They have real hopes, real dreams, real families, real stress factors, heartbreaks, things that they're going through, things that they're excited about, things that they're crying about every single night. They're not just a number to you, okay? And that's something that usually takes time for people to learn, okay? Because normally when you're in a business, they give you some scripts. Go out and send these scripts to people, and you can kind of get caught in the trap of sounding like a robot. And while scripts are a great thing to use, and they're very useful, you got to remember that there's a real person behind there, and they're not just a number. And I'm going to say something that's a little bit contradictory. Thanks for the love, Becky, and thanks for sharing, you guys. I so appreciate the shares. It's true that in network marketing, it's all a numbers game. It really is. So it's about how many people you can talk to. And I know that sounds contradictory because I just told you that that people aren't numbers, but it is a numbers game. But if you listen real closely to what I said, it's about how many people you can talk to. T-A-L-K, talk, like have a real life conversation with, not just be shouting at them scripts and whatever it is that you do in these long messages, okay, that are such a turn off. Have a real conversation with somebody, you know? And like I said, if this is you and if you've been doing the wrong thing, I'm not here to shame anybody. I was the first one that did it. I did it for many years in so many different businesses, did the wrong things. And yeah, like Rebecca said, you need to personalize your approach to people. So, you know, what I've discovered is that it doesn't really work, and it made me feel hollow inside. The more I started sounding like a robot, and the more I just was treating people like a number and just trying to mass get through 100, 200, 300 messages a day, the more it just kind of like ate my soul away, okay? And it just didn't feel good. So remember, follow that instinct in your heart. If something is just not resonating, if it's not feeling high vibration and good and has great energy, and if you're not sitting at home or on your lunch break at work or feeding your baby and on the other hand you're messaging, which so many of you guys do, if you're not smiling while you're messaging, something's amiss, because you're missing that personal connection with people that makes this opportunity so beautiful. So I want to share with you 3 things that I do when I message people. If I'm going to send somebody a message, it's always one of these three things. Sorry, you won't catch me now given those long messages with no heart and soul behind them. So first things first that I do as an everyday daily practice, I spend some time reaching out to people and just thanking them. just a thank you message. And just think about that. What kind of impact would that have on you in your own life? When was the last time that somebody thanked you for anything? And I don't necessarily mean that I'm thanking somebody because they bought my product or my service. I just mean that I'm thanking them because they're a part of my space and I value them. Sometimes I see people on the live video and they're so cool and they stand out to me. Afterwards, I'll reach out to them and say, hey, Susie, thanks so much for joining my live. You were amazing. I really enjoyed your company. That's it. I'm not jumping down somebody's throat to sell them a product or service. So I spend a lot of time thanking people and expressing gratitude. I think that is so, so important. And I think it's really going to be unique and set you apart from what a lot of people are doing out there nowadays. You know, I want people to know that I see them. I see individual people and that I appreciate them for spending time on my online space, which I have worked so very hard to pour my heart and soul into. So if you guys spend 5-10 minutes here on my space, like that means the world to me. So I want to spend some time thanking you for it. The other type of message is I'm asking you what your goals are. So for those of you that don't know, I'm in the health and wellness space. You know, I do keto. I do a lot of keto cooking. And so I'm reaching out to people and I'm finding out what their health goals are. That's really important to me. Sure, could I just blindly sell you my product or service? And could I send you something and you know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't? But that's not really my vibe. That's not what it's about. Your goals are really important to me. So if I'm going to coach you in on this experience, I want the full buy-in. So I want to know what your health goals are. Are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking to sleep better? Are you stressed out? Do you suffer from diabetes? Like, I want to know, do you need to reduce your blood pressure? Like, I want to know what your goals are specifically. And guess what? I want you to reach those goals and be successful at those goals before you're ever my customer. So when you put people first, you guys, guess what happens? You know, 9 times out of 10, people really see how sincere you are and they will learn to fall in love with you. And then when they find that you give them value, when you give free value on your space, whether it's coaching, whether it's tips and tricks, whatever it is that you offer, provide value. And then once you do that, a lot of times people want the full experience and they will buy your service or your product to go along with it. So, you know, don't necessarily just sell people something at random. Find out what their goals are and be invested in them as a real human, as a real customer. So, and the third type of message that I send people is I just send messages to people to love on them. So have any of you guys done the Marquetta personality test? If you have, comment below. You can say Marquetta and share what color you are. But for those of you that know what this is all about, I'm a yellow personality, okay? And yellows are the lovers, okay? So I'm a huge lover. So sometimes I'll just pop in people's inboxes just to say, hey, I think you're amazing and I love having you around here. And I'll tell people I love them, like it doesn't even matter, especially if some of my people have been following my journey over a year and have never bought from me, but I love their energy and their vibe so much. I'll still pop in their inbox and say, hey, Suzanne, I haven't seen you online in such a long time. Love you, sweet sister. I miss you. Like, that's something normal that you would hear from me. So, you know, messaging needs to be valuable. Thanks for your comment, Cindy. I appreciate it. You know, make sure that you are being a real human, seeing people as a person, as somebody you can connect with. Stop with the cold messaging, you know. And sure, I also pop in to share sales and deals and different opportunities that happen on my page. But if I'm doing a good job thanking, loving, and helping people reach their goals, they don't mind when I share that there's a sale or a special deal going on my page. In fact, they usually appreciate it because they're normally looking to be a part of the additional services that I offer. So you guys, I hope you got a lot of value out of this. You know, I encourage you, stop the bleeding, stop the cold messaging. I know it's harder and sometimes it takes longer to build these real life connections, but they are so, so worth it. You know, I used to send anywhere from 200, 300, 400 cold messages every day. That's a lot of messages. And I would get maybe 2 sales? Okay, let's be real, because a lot of cold messaging doesn't work. But I would rather send 50, 100 quality messages and get 3, 4, 5, 10 people who are really invested in the experience, because it's just full circle. It's just so much more meaningful and it brings more success, because what happens is if you have a happy customer, what do? They say, you've got to meet this girl, Joanne. She's so fun. She's into unicorns. She taught me how to be keto, and I know that she can help you too. Okay, so that's what happens when you have happy customers. They refer you to their friends and family, and they talk about you, and they share your videos, and they do all of the things, right? So, you know, if you treat your customers right, they will be a huge part of your network and your business, and it will be beautiful, a beautiful experience for both of you, rather than it being like a parasitic type relationship. It'll be a very wholesome, loving experience on both sides of the business. So yeah, stop the bleeding, build real connections, provide value, and that's what's really going to catapult your business to the next level. So if you guys are curious at all about what I do and how I get to work from home full time and travel and build financial freedom and cook and build a business, you guys, just go ahead and comment business below. I would love to get you some more information. It would be my honor. And I hope you guys got a lot of value out of the video tonight. Thank you so much. I will see you guys traveling on Wednesday to Phoenix. So if you had a lot of fun tonight, go ahead and give this video a quick share. Don't forget to friend me and follow me. And I can't wait to be back to chat with you guys again soon. Take care.